G'day, this is Captain Noob, and this is the Fire Axe. So this is a semi-highly customizable standalone melee weapon that you can find in vendors and on gunners and raiders at level 7. So you should find this thing pretty easily, but if you're on PC, just use console commands, it makes it easier. Obviously, being a fire axe, this is just something that firefighters use to chop down stuff that's in their way, like broken down doors or anything if there's people in a burning house. But we're not here to talk about firefighters, even though they are great people. We'll get into the attachments here, and first of all, we've got the handles. We can add a comfort handle, which makes it look very, very comfortable indeed. And it also gives you a little bit more damage, which is nice, and you can upgrade this to have a heating coil, which makes it like a actual fire axe perhaps. It adds a bunch of energy damage, which is nice. Standard head is that it can't be changed, but I guess if the modder feels like it, they can make different heads out of this, so that's kind of cool. And of course, there's a legendary effect there, and yep, that's pretty much it for the customization. There's not a whole lot to it. Even the title of the weapon doesn't change with all the different attachments onto it, which is fun. But you know what, we've blazed through this quickly, so you know what music I listen to? You ever wondered what music that I listen to? Look up Deadweight by Parkway Drive. They're an Australian metalcore band. It's an acquired taste, but those breakdowns are sick. Alright, we'll go ahead and chop people now. It's gonna be fun. Righto, here we are in Gunner's Plaza with our fire axe, and I'm guessing the coils, the heating coils on the thing is going to make this thing quite the fire axe indeed, if you catch my drift. Anyways, this true weapon of champions uses the basic sledgehammer animation, so it's going to be a slow but heavy hitting weapon, which is, it's interesting. We have to sort of play to this weapon's strengths, and basically that means just that's blitzing everybody. So we can get you, we'll get you, and then we'll get you all in one VATS chain. We can sit back, maybe have a drink, eat a Tim Tam, and we can let the game play itself for a bit as I get 3 easy kills there. And we're only a little bit away from being spotted, but that's fine. We can just skirt around the outside here and just hit this turret from all the way over there. Oh, okay. Looks like I overestimated VAT's blitz a little bit, so there you go. There we go. And then we got both of those turrets dead because of Big Leagues 4. So when it does, so when push does come to shove, there's a couple of ways you should probably play this weapon. Mainly, you probably want to stay as far away from enemies as you can, as soon as, or just attack them whilst you're approaching them. So doing lots of power attacks is a good idea, because basically enemy AI is going to pretty much gun bash you whenever you get close, which is pretty much a guaranteed stagger on you. Also, how did you get up there? You're just going to stay up there now. We're just going to stay up on the table, and also we're in danger. So I'll just go ahead and demonstrate some of the weaknesses of this weapon. If we want to get nice and close there, they'll probably go for a gun bash or that. And unfortunately, the only way we can sort of fix that is just go to power attacks, because it sometimes overrides in animations like that, and that allows us to get an extra hit. Now, I usually play melee weapons with a little bit of just a controller, because PC controls are just somehow super unresponsive. Also, that attack failed for some reason. So yeah, even without the controllers, we're still doing pretty good. So yeah, there you go. There was an instance of us being gun bashed there, and it's even worse when you actually disarm them, because no matter how hard I bloody hit this mouse button 1, I'm just going to get repeatedly staggered and punched by that gunner until they decide not to punch me anymore. So in a way, being able to disarm enemies to make them go the knuckle when you do that is actually a detriment to the melee weapons in and of themselves, just because of how the punching works in this game, which is a little bit strange. I don't think you should be staggered with a punch, especially if you got a melee weapon. I think if you're holding a melee weapon, you should have some sort of distinct advantage over somebody who is unarmed. And maybe if you want to balance this out for the player, maybe you could get a skill somewhere in the Iron Fist tree that negates that penalty away from you. So we're going to kill all of these turrets in here. Hopefully we get some nice sneak attack crits on them all. But it's probably not going to be the case. That obviously wasn't. We're only hitting at 600 damage there and 246 for that. So we are definitely in danger. So what we'll do now is just go ahead and tag on heaps of VATS attacks there, and with the blitz there with that extra 25% damage, we are absolutely slaughtering these gunners. That's an irradiated Gauss rifle. Drop that right now, sucker. Ooh, 1,000 damage there, clocking the 1k. Also, Captain Bridget, it is time for you to take an axe to the face a few times. You'll go for a crit there. There we go. There's a nice little finisher there, and a definite axe to the face you got. Another crit will just finish you off there. It's a good way of looking at the takedown animations with a little bit of VATS cinematicness, I guess. But unfortunately, it's just been the same. It's just been the same takedown animation all the time. So I'm wondering if that's actually a feature of this. No, there's something different. There's a little bit of variety for you. Aren't we all happy? That one looked more like the baseball bat animation takedown there. So you know, that possibly would have been. I don't know, maybe the animations were merged a little bit, but I don't recall seeing that one being used for any weapons like this. But yes, a definite improvement over the Grognak's axe. That's actually a pretty terrible weapon, to be honest. And you know what? We'll go for a power attack here. You've got an unarmed weapon. We'll just hit you a few times like that. That's a little bit overkill. You would have been dead with the first hit. Alright. We'll move on to the last bunch now, and we'll attack from this side today because variety is the spice of life, children. Right. So now we've got them all outflanked there. If I was looking at them with a gun in XCOM, they'd all have those yellow shields and I'd get a massive crit bonus to them, so that'd be nice. Also, you need to die. I don't think a crit from that range will get you, so we'll just back off a little bit and let Blitz do most of the work. There's that bloody kill animation again. We're not getting bored of seeing that one, I hope. And that's just a kind of conscript. He'll die in one hit, no questions asked. And one more lieutenant to go. You know what, we'll just get you with a crit. The axe stopped in midair. You're supposed to follow through with your VATS. Ooh, okay, that was weird. The VATS camera went a little bit haywire at the end there, but we got the kill there. That was kind of strange. But yep, that's it. Gunner's Plaza has been cleared with ease due to the basic melee designs in this game coupled with stealth. There is really no way you can go wrong with this, especially when your weapon does good damage. So there you go. This thing is actually viable in very hard difficulty, but what melee weapon isn't really? I could pretty much do the same thing with a switchblade, depending on how stealthy I am. Alright, we'll move on to some more tanky super mutants, and we'll finish off by stealth critting a monster to death, I think. Okay, time to take an axe to the tanky super mutant tree, so we'll get to this real quickly. Alright, well, we're already in caution, so I've over-sprinted there, but that's fine. These guys down here are none the wiser, and they should be one-shotted just like all of the gunners in Gunner's Plaza. Oh, that's so satisfying, just seeing their health bar go away. So satisfying that I took my hands off the controls because I thought I was going to kill both of them very easily like that. That will go for a takedown animation on you. No, there's not really any super mutant or human on super mutant takedown animations, unfortunately, which would be really satisfying. It'd be kind of like seeing the Spartans take down the elites in Halo. Just seeing a smaller dude, even though the Spartans were pretty massive, take down just a giant alien dude or giant super mutant. That'd be cool. Like you could hit him in the back of the knee and that sort of knocks him down, and then you follow it up by chopping their head off. I mean, wouldn't that be nice? And maybe you could add some other animations for other creatures, like, I don't know, I wouldn't want to be too cruel to the mutant doggos in the wasteland, but any abomination that doesn't actually exist in real life, like Deathclaws, that'd be a fun sort of thing to take them down. Yeah. But I'm guessing pairing the animations there takes a hell of a lot of work, and also the glowing mutant hound doggos are actually really deadly to melee players if you aren't using VATS, because they bite really quickly and they pretty much outpace your really any melee weapon you can have. I guess your knife would be quicker. Nice little shot there with the swipe, and now you can jump down here and deal with the rest of these super mutants. So this hasn't gone entirely to plan, haven't exactly gone full stealth mode, but I think we can sneak around back into caution, so we should be right to sneak attack crit more. In fact, we'll leave them for the moment and we'll take out this one in here who's usually got a board on him for some reason. On this occasion, he has a sledgehammer. Very good. That super mutant's got a promotion to warlord today, but too bad it was short-lived because now he is dead. Hitting him with the big 5k damage is definitely enough to bring down a super mutant warlord, you tanky bastards. You have no idea how therapeutic this is, knocking out super mutant warlords in one shot. And I do believe that is just a testament to just how melee weapons are. They really made an effort to make this thing viable in all of the game modes, or in Fallout 4 really. Because in New Vegas, everything was sort of too long range. I didn't even get much use out of a shotgun, and in Fallout 3, I don't think any of them were particularly spectacular, except for the Ripper. That actually did pretty well, but yeah, none of the melee weapons felt all that interesting back in that game. Although, I haven't really played that for a while. Also, nice telekinetic blast there. That's the thing about Blitz, it sort of breaks sometimes. And it does actually make you teleport around, so bye-bye immersion. Everyone who's just noticed that now, please dislike the video. Todd has screwed us over with bad immersion. Let's kill Swan. Okay, looks like we've got our work cut out for us today. It looks like we've got 2 Swans for some reason, and also there's a bunch of super mutants down there. So yeah, this is going to be quite a tough fight. Fortunately for us, melee weapons with sneak build are overpowered, and whilst Vats is saying, nah mate, you won't be able to do too much, Vats is a big, fat liar. Look at that. Look at all that damage. Look at all that damage. Swan is just going to die very easily now. There goes Swan number 1. We're being shot at in caution, but don't worry. That's all for just panic firing, blind firing nonsense. And you know what? Since you guys brought miniguns to an axe fight, you can just die there. Nice little double kill. And unfortunately, we got close enough to these guys to have them detect us. So I guess that means the fight is on for young and old now. And I don't think it's worth going into a crouch every time you decide to do a shot there. I think it's just better to just gather all of your remaining action points and leg it down here. I think that is the best thing to do. Alright, back into caution now. We've got enough distance on him. So I made a realization the other day, and it struck me as a kind of ironic but also terrible at the same time. See, whenever I get a weapon mod that is inspired from anime, I usually just Google it up, and what I find is kind of strange. It's usually to the effect of just women wearing questionable clothing with guns shooting people. Then I got to thinking, that's it's sort of related to stuff that we do here at Captain Noob. So I'm thinking, have I become an anime? Is Captain Noob an anime? I don't think it's... No, I'm not Japanese, but I don't think I make a good anime. Also, Swan is actually onto us this time. He's in a caution state. He's in an angry state right now. There's no sneak attack critting him. So instead, we'll just sneak out of his path there, even though he can probably blatantly see us, and kill this bear who is very stunted indeed. I'd call him a stunned one because he was just sitting there doing nothing. No, no, bugger off, bear. I'm not in the mood for being staggered by your power attacks. There we go, have some Bats power for you. I really hope that is Swan not Swan detecting me. Yes. Okay, back into caution. Swan is back into a non-aggroed state. So there we go. Sneak attack criticals are plenty there, and he's also stuck on a bit of terrain, so that makes my job a little bit easier. So, yes, upon that revelation that I figured out that Captain Noob is an anime, I make a terrible anime. Everybody comment that Captain Noob is the worst anime. Also drop dislikes on this video, unsubscribe, and do everything like that. Anime cannot be tolerated ever. Also, that was an unfortunate view there. Nobody paused that there. That's kind of weird. But there you go. There's Swan. He went down pretty quickly when we got sneak attack criticals. And yep, upon this shocking revelation, I'm going to delete my channel. Goodbye.